Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and here on my channel I make crystal videos, spiritual videos, fun vlogs, and more. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, be sure to subscribe because I put out new videos just about every single week. Today is a quick little video to discuss some serious mislabeling that I have seen on the market. The crystal in question is called Sphalerite. Here is a photo of the crystal in question, but spoiler alert, it is not actually what it seems. I remember I first saw this crystal on the market back around when I first started my shop in 2020. And as I always do when I see something new being sold that I've never seen before or heard of, I did a quick little Google search on what is Sphalerite, and the things that came up looked nothing like what I was seeing being sold as Sphalerite. Google told me that Sphalerite is a zinc ore, it is metallic, it is dark gray, and it looked nothing like this purple crystal that I was seeing. Here is what came up when I Googled Sphalerite, and it clearly looks nothing like this other one on the market. At this point, I had ordered some for my shop and I was getting ready to sell it, but I don't like selling things if I'm not totally sure what it is. And I knew for sure that it wasn't Sphalerite because it did not match the description of Sphalerite and these photos. So I asked around a little bit to see if anyone else or any geology people could identify this for me, and no one else was really sure what this was either, but it was definitely not Sphalerite. The only suggestion I got that it could be was a low-grade amethyst based on its druzy. And druzy, again, is small crystals on the surface of a stone. This low-grade amethyst suggestion did make sense to me because I noticed the pattern of the druzy on the Sphalerite matched a piece of amethyst that I have in my personal collection. So here's the piece of amethyst I was talking about. I don't think it's technically amethyst. As I discussed in my amethyst video, there's kind of a debate on if amethyst is classified as amethyst if it's not purple. So I would say this is more of just some druzy quartz-based crystal. But if you look on the back, there is this pattern that looks very similar to the Sphalerite. So when someone told me that this could be a type of amethyst, that sounded pretty believable to me. But since I didn't have any solid answers, I just continued to label this as Sphalerite in my shop just because I wasn't sure what it was, and that's what everyone knew the material to be. The true answer to what this material is comes from a shop called Soul Body Gems on Instagram. Of course, I'll have them linked below because they are my favorite crystal shop to buy from. They always have such beautiful and unique pieces, and I love how they are really committed to giving the truth about what a material is made of and really getting to the bottom of the geology of things and knowing exactly what they're selling, which is what I really love about them. Sometimes they will send materials off for testing in like a geology lab, and I'm so glad they got this material tested so we could see what it really is. So the results of this test, this Sphalerite is not Sphalerite at all. It is actually a mix of quartz and fluorite. There was no zinc found in this material, therefore it is in no way Sphalerite. This material on the market used to be very purple like this one. I got this one a long time ago, and when I sold it in my shop, it was purple like this. However, now I see it more commonly as white or gray, honestly looking a lot more like this piece. The material that was originally tested by Soul Body Gems was one of these purple pieces, so I suspect that the material being sold now that is not purple probably has a slightly different mineralogical composition. I'm assuming maybe the purple in here comes from the fluorite, so that the pieces now being sold that are grayish and black don't have that fluorite, and it is probably just a druzy quartz variety. But no matter what the exact chemical composition of this material is, we know it's not zinc, so we know it can't be true Sphalerite. This is a bit of an unfortunate mislabeling situation because true Sphalerite is in no way related to the Sphalerite we see on the market. But it's kind of too late to change the name of this material because that's what everyone knows it as, and there's no other name for it. It would be really difficult to just totally rename a material that we already know by a certain name. I think the situation with Sphalerite has gotten a little better since it first came on the scene, because now when I Google Sphalerite crystal properties and look at what other people are saying, most people are using a photo of true Sphalerite as opposed to this other material. So I think we're making progress, but still most people know this other material to be Sphalerite. I did see genuine Sphalerite at a gem show before, and it was formed alongside quartz, fluorite, and other minerals. So I'm wondering if maybe this quartz fluorite mix initially being labeled as Sphalerite came from the fact that all of these can form together. but I'm not sure. True sphalerite can come in multiple different colors, but it is most commonly seen as a dark gray metallic mineral that is often confused with the mineral galena. Sphalerite is this dark color when it has iron impurities, but it can be a more gemmy, golden, or orange color when it has fewer impurities. Sphalerite is often found alongside many other minerals. True sphalerite is also a lot heavier than this other material would be because it is a metal. It has iron, zinc, whereas this other material is just quartz. You don't really need to do anything to know if your sphalerite is true sphalerite or not, other than just by looking at it, because true sphalerite and this other quartz fluorite mix, they don't really look anything alike. So just based on looking at the pictures, you can tell which one you have. This video isn't to say that you shouldn't buy this material or there's anything wrong with it. There's totally nothing wrong with it. It's just an unfortunate case of mislabeling that there's really no solution to at this point. But hopefully this video can shed some light on what this material actually is so you know what you're buying or selling if you are a crystal seller. This is also a good reminder to not just take what your supplier says at face value, because sometimes the wholesalers and suppliers themselves don't even really know what the material is that they're selling. There's a lot of misinformation that comes directly from the suppliers, so it's important to double check what you're actually buying. Also, just be cautious if you are looking up any physical or spiritual properties of this crystal, because some people are going to be describing the zinc crystal and some are going to be describing the quartz crystal, and those are going to have very different energies. So make sure you know which one they're actually talking about. Anyway, that's all I have today for this very short little video. I just wanted to put a PSA out there about this mislabeling situation. So if you are selling this mineral or if you've bought it before, you know what it actually is composed of. Again, it's totally okay to buy this material, and if you're selling it as sphalerite, I don't think there's anything wrong with that at this point, because that's what people know to be sphalerite. There's no other name, so what are you going to call it? Of course, I don't agree with mislabeling, but unless everyone out there decides to come up with a new name for it, I don't think anything's going to happen. Just be aware that true sphalerite and crystal market sphalerite are different things. I don't think I will ever have this material in my shop again because I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think if I ever sold it again, I would probably just label it as druzy quartz and fluorite mix. But anyway, that's all I have to say about this sphalerite situation. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you learned something. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and comment down below which you would like to see me make a video about next. Also, be sure to check out my crystal shop, cosmicgeology.com, and you can use code YouTube at checkout for a discount on any order at any time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. My cat looks so cute right now, but I can't take a picture because I'm filming on my phone. Oh my god. If she's still being cute when I'm done, I'll insert a picture.